Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. Let me go ahead and turn on this light, maybe it helps a little bit. But either way, welcome back to another video. These are battles that I did on stream and talk about bulk. Holy cow. We have a Super XL team, right? All level 50. Well, I don't think Reggie Steele's level 50. It's one power up away. I don't have enough XLs to finish it. But either way, bulk upon bulk, this team can... If you want to do timeout, this is probably the team for you. But either way, super tanky, worked really well. You all know, some of you know Ultra League is my best league, it's my favorite league. So I just did really well with this team. We're continuing to climb, and let's continue on. I do get into the 2700s again. I did drop a little bit, but got back into it. Okay, so starting off, we have a Deoxys mirror match. It's a mirror match. I do have a rank 1 defense Deoxys, which is really nice, but that means I usually lose CMP. Not all the time, but I would say generally losing CMP. And I guess it depends if they have rocks. Usually it's Thunderbolt, probably for the Tapu Fini. That's why I like Thunderbolt. But either way, I do go ahead and get off my Thunderbolts. Going to CMP tie them, and it is revealed that I do in fact lose CMP. Let me put on Do Not Disturb so we don't get any notifications on my phone. Okay, so I do get off Thunderbolt right now. Very nice indeed. Can I make it to another? I know I'm going to lose CMP, but I don't want to catch a Thunderbolt on anything. But they actually catch on their Snorlax, so I'm okay with this going into the Snorlax. Good catch, but I'll take this. I make a mistake, I go into Registeel. It would have been better to go into Mandibuzz, I think, just because Mandibuzz is resisting licks. But I go into Registeel because I do have the Focus Blast. So I think both are fine, but I think looking back on it, Mandibuzz probably makes a little bit more sense just because, as I said, you do resist the licks. But either way, I do KO the Snorlax, which is good. And if I went into Mandibuzz, I wouldn't have had to shield. So that's good. And now out comes Defense Deoxys. I was thinking, can I farm this down? But the health is a little bit too high to lock on down. So we're not going to be able to lock on this down, unfortunately. I mean, if I did, I would have been super, super low. Maybe I would have had to invest the shield. Nah, I don't think I could have. In comes Guzzlord. And when I saw the Guzzlord, I was like, oh man, I wish I had the Registeel for this, right? So I wish I did go into the Mandibuzz against the Snorlax and have the Registeel for the Guzzlord. That's a team I've seen actually before. It was Defense Deoxys with Guzzlord and Snorlax. I think I actually used that team. I tried that team myself. It's a really strong team. Yeah, but not looking too good for me just because I am down a shield, right? But Mandibuzz can take hits for days. And yeah, it could be a CMP tie. Of course, Guzzlord is going to be able to win it. The shiny coming back for Guzzlord. Let's go. Okay, so I do go ahead and get, or I shouldn't say coming back. It's going to be released. I love shiny Guzzlord. So trying to get to an Aerial Ace. Mandibuzz got better this season thanks to Aerial Ace. Still, I mean, Mandibuzz has always been good, but mainly because of its bulk, not because of its moves, right? So I do go into Deoxys. I do want to farm down, but I knew they had 2 attacks, but I basically am shielding just so I could force them to throw 2 attacks. And I'm thinking to myself, no, this is not happening, unfortunately, because they still have a shield. If they didn't have a shield, it would be looking really good for me. I do want to go for the Zap Cannon to go for the debuff. But the crunch is coming out. It does get me low, but look at the top of the screen. We have that timeout counting down, and I have 2 Pokemon. My opponent has 1. So, time up. I'm going to be able to win it thanks to the timer. I would have lost if it wasn't for that. So, I did mention at the beginning of the video, timer is a real factor, right? And I'm going to be able to take that game. Great game. Well played to my opponent. I mean, they probably... I don't know if they were a little salty or not, but it's definitely unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, moving on. We're going up against a regional champion. You can tell by the shirt he's wearing. So, either a regional champion, some sort of play Pokemon event. But either way, Deoxys into Swampert. Okay. So, not too bad. It's just like the Thunderbolt, or if you have the Rock Slide, both are resisted. So, that's not good. And if you go for the Psycho Boost, you do debuff yourself, which again is not good. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Thunderbolt, hoping to pick up a shield, and then I can go for the Psycho Boost next, and I do, in fact, pick up that shield. And now I'm going to go ahead and go for my Psycho Boost, which will not actually KO, but it does get it pretty low, and I know that if they go for Hydro Cannon, it doesn't KO, so I will be able to get off a Psycho Boost and take Switch, or Shield Advantage. So I do get off my Psycho Boost, and they did in fact throw that Hydro Cannon. So Psycho Boost will pick up that shield. And they will be able to farm down. Good farm down, but I am up shields. I'm going to go ahead and go for the farm down with Registeel. Going to go ahead and commit a shield as well, because the Earthquake would devastate the Registeel. I do live it. Nidoqueen coming in. I'm going to bring in my Mandibuzz. Not ideal, not ideal. Because when they switched out in the Nidoqueen, I was thinking they had another answer to Registeel in the back, right? We already saw 2 answers. We saw the Swampert, and now we see the Nidoqueen. Is there another answer to it? Triple anti-Registeel. That's my concern, right? But we'll see. My Mandibuzz, it's super tanky. It's a 98, super tanky. Could take hits. I am getting debuffed, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw this attack right now. Just need to get to an Aerolace, and they do throw an attack. That's fine. Going to go ahead and let this go. Not that I have a choice because I have no shields, but I do get off my Aerolace, which will be able to pick up the knockout against the Nidoqueen, and I'm just hoping that I'm wrong and there's not another answer to Registeel in the back, and it's Deoxys. Registeel can actually win this one, or actually does win this one, especially if I start picking up defense drops, right? I just have to watch out for a catch, but they're actually going to switch out right away instead of going for the catch to reset the debuff, which I knew they would do. I just thought they would try to make a catch out of it. So obviously they had to reset the debuff, and now in comes the Deoxys to throw a Thunderbolt. But I do need 2 Zap Cannon attacks. Now, I was thinking maybe I could go for a catch. My switch time is not up quite yet, but the catch is not going to be necessary because a Thunderbolt will not KO me, and plus a Focus Blast will be enough to KO the Deoxys. So, Registeel definitely going to be able to win this matchup. And that's going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. Really cool. So yeah, it's going to be a good win for us. This team was doing really well. Really enjoyed this team. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Defense Deoxys into a Alolan Sandslash. The Dream lead because they are double weak to counter outcomes. Feeny, I'm going to bring in my Registeel, which is a great response, right? The only thing is, I mean, yeah, you want to switch out right away. I was going to say you can stay in and throw the Thunderbolt and then switch. Maybe pick up a shield. But, no, I mean, I think switching into Registeel is fine. Going for the Zap Cannon, look how much it does. No debuff, and I was like, you know, maybe I could farm down. I think I can. The little engine that could. I think I can, right? So I don't want to take another Surf, and my opponent is not able to make it to another Surf, so that's good. Honestly, I think the Feeny could flip that matchup if it like commits shields. So I'm actually surprised they didn't. That's the only reason I said maybe it would be best to stay in and throw the Thunderbolt and then switch. But either way, we're able to take that one, and we do get 2 shields, which is really, really nice. They're going for the farm down. They won't be able to get it, but that's fine by me because I have 2 shields. I don't know what's going to be able to beat like the Mandibuzz and the Deoxys with 2 shields. We'll see what it is. A Charm User for the Mandibuzz. We'll see what it is. But we're looking really good right now. I'm going to go ahead and take this attack. Going to be a drill run, totally fine. I still have 2 shields. I will have to invest a shield because this one will be enough to KO me. So I am going to go ahead and commit the shield right now. And it's going to be an Ice Punch. That would either KO me or leave me at like 1 HP. I think it would have KO'd. But look at that juicy farm down. Tentacruel. Both my moves are super effective. You absolutely love to see it. So I knew this game was over because I could throw this. And then I could throw a Psycho Boost. And then I could switch into my Mandibuzz. Now, both of those attacks not going to be enough to KO the Tentacruel. But yeah, that's going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. But we're going to be able to take it. Love to see it. Good game. Moving on to the next game. Deoxys into Gliscor. So I don't like this matchup. It's actually really bad. I mean, there's no way to put it. It's a really bad matchup, right? But the Shadow Gliscor is going to go ahead and throw an attack. I'm going to throw Psycho Boost and dip. So I do throw the Psycho Boost right now. I go to Registeel, I believe, because Mandibuzz is better to have against Gliscor. And they do switch out into Virizion. Ooh, not good, not good. But let's see what we can do, right? It's not over until I say it's over. So the Sacred Sword is coming out. I'm going to be able to throw my Focus Blast into the Virizion. I'm going to be doing 50%, a little bit less than 50%. But another one should come very close to KO it, if not KO. Now, I do know they charged up to 2 attacks. So it wasn't CMP because I wasn't able to click on my moves. So if they throw, which they do, they'll be able to KO me. And that's what they're doing. I'm just going to let it go. Sacred Sword is coming in. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Deoxys right now. Maybe try to get a farm down. Not quite, but I do get off my Psycho Boost into the Gliscor, and that's good because Gliscor is annoying. But no, Mandibuzz can handle it. So, yeah, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm snarling down. Of course, you know, as the Mandibuzz, we do well against Virizion, right? Maybe not as much with Snarl. But, you know, the Aerial Ace is double super effective, so we got that going on for us. And these Night Slashes I could take. Mandibuzz just does well against Gliscor because Earthquake is resisted, and so is Night Slash, right? I guess it's adding up, but we're able to KO it. And now out comes Virizion, so Virizion able to get off an attack. I know that it is not a Stone Edge, so it's going to be a Sacred Sword. So I have 2 Aerial Aces. Let's see if my opponent shields. I don't expect them to because they know I have a lot of energy, and they do not. What is in the back? Ooh, okay, going to be Jellicent. When I saw the Jellicent, I had a smile on my face because I have 2 Dark Pulses right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into my Deoxys. I think I let this go. Yeah, I'm just relying on Mandibuzz at this point in time. Okay, so I make a mistake here, actually. I go for the Dark Pulse. Now, I knew they had the shield, so I don't know why I didn't go for Aerial Ace. I should have went for Aerial Ace, but either way, I'm going to go for Aerial Ace now. But I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. And it is that going to be a Surf, of course, right? So I do go for the Aerial Ace. Now, imagine if they call this, but no, they're not going to call it. They are going to go ahead and commit the shield. And I will be able to make it to the Dark Pulse. They do get off an attack, but I do have a shield. And that's going to be Surf. That's fine. So I do go for the Dark Pulse, which will be enough to KO the Jellicent. So despite the bad lead and the bad secondary matchup, we're able to take it as we saw the timer counting down as well. Good game, well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Here we go. It's going to be Deoxys into Galvantula. I found a Core Breaker, ladies and gentlemen. What do we do against this? We are weak to Lunge. We don't have Rock Slide. Mandibuzz certainly doesn't want to see it. Registeel? I mean, the moves are resisted. So this is a Core Breaker. Is it the most common Pokemon? No, but it's not good. I do go for the Thunderbolt. I was hoping they would think it's a Rock Slide and Shield. They actually don't shield. So that's really bad for me. And I was like, well, if I live this on 1 HP, at least I'll get off a Psycho Boost. But I actually don't live it. So now I bring in the Registeel. Yeah, this game is not going my way. Galvantula is a massive Core Breaker for this team. Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's a massive Core Breaker for this team, but you can't win every single game, right? And you can't have perfect alignment or everything every single time. But I do give it to the Galvantula. I'm just hoping that we can do well. Trevenant comes in. Mandibuzz would have loved to see the Trevenant. Unfortunately, that is not the case, right? That is not the case. I do go for the Zap Cannon, and then I'm going to try and catch. I'm not able to catch, but what's coming in, it's going to be a Steelix. So even if I quit, it wouldn't have mattered, right? Good game, well played to my opponent, but there was just nothing we could do there. And that happens, right? That happens. Yeah, GG's to all my opponents. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.